The MAGA base is dumb. But don't just take it from me. Let's look at the evidence. MAGA is not just less intelligent. They are anti-intellectuals and anti-rationalists. Let's pick up where I last left off in this video. I talked about the reporting exposing all the pro-MAGA AI slop targeting Trump supporters, and that President Trump himself has been posting copious amounts of AI slop. Instead of getting scrutiny from top officials, he gets praise for his effective communication. But let's be honest, the only reason it's effective is because his loyal cult following are susceptible to falsehoods and conspiracies. They're typically uneducated and racist. According to the Pew Research Center, a study in 2025 revealed that majority of Republicans get their news from Fox News, while Democrats turn to a wider range of news sources. And, according to a survey by Farley Dickinson University, someone who regularly watches Fox News knows less about American civics and current events than viewers of any other news network, including those who claim to not watch any news program whatsoever. In addition, according to this study by the Department of Psychology at the University of Edinburgh, the more intelligent a child is at 10, the more at 30 they'll show traits and attitudes that are anti-racist, pro-working women, socially liberal, and trust in the democratic political system. Meanwhile, this study from two psychologists using two large-scale UK datasets revealed that lower cognitive ability during one's adolescence leads to greater prejudice, and a predictor of conservative ideology during adulthood. Shout out to these accounts for leading me to that data. Add all this to the fact that a study showed that Trump talks at a 4th grade speaking level, the worst of the last 15 presidents. Donald Trump admittedly loves the uneducated, and they constantly repay him with their vote. Let's digress. From what started as lowbrow propaganda during the 1950s McCarthyism era led to a culture of anti-intellectualism, a chronic resentment of the intellectual mind. As Richard Hofstadter explains in his 1962 Pulitzer Prize-winning book, Anti-Intellectualism in American Life, common sense formed by propaganda started becoming more favorable than expertise formed by critical thought. Susan Jacoby expands on this in her work, The Age of American Unreason. She explains that the mutant strain of anti-intellectualism has exasperated by a new species of semi-conscious anti-rationalism. America has become illiterate, and non-reading Americans know less about their nation's political and intellectual history, and this paves the way for pseudoscience, religious fundamentalism, and junk thought. Jacoby claims that technology, once the servant but now the master, is potentially the greatest tool for the diffusion of learning.